Before I get into the Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. So today we will be talking about fragrances that make me feel sexy, fragrances that I find very seductive and, you know, puts me in my femme fatale bag. So if you're interested in what I gotta say, please keep watching. Before we get started with the fragrances, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Roxanne, and this is Roxanne's Retreat. If this is your first time joining me, thank you and welcome. And if you've been here before and you've decided to come back, big up your whole self. Truly appreciate your consistent, constant support of my channel. If you have not already subscribed, now's the time to do so. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And don't forget to turn that notification bell on so you will not miss any of my uploads. As always, before we get into the fragrances let's talk about my scent of the day. So today I am wearing this one right here, and this is Devotion Intense from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. This broke the internet. It sure did. And it's still a very, very, very desirable in my opinion. Still a fragrance that I love from the inside out. So this one, I like this one better than the original. I finished my original bottle. I'm not going to repurchase it. I'm just going to have the intense version. And aren't they coming out with a new one? Y'all, the flankers are flanking. Anyways, this right here is a citrus gourmand. There is almond, vanilla, and I think orange blossom in here. Just very sweet, very pretty girl. It gives me about 6 to 7 hours on the skin. Sillage, projection, definitely above moderate. Compliments, non-stop. So if you have not gotten your nose on this, what kind of fragrance girly are you really? Get your nose on it. See if it's something that you would enjoy, and let me know. But my scent of the day today is Devotion Intense from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. Okay, so the first fragrance I would like to talk about in my sexy, seductive list is this one here from the house of Theamine, and this is Blue Heart. Now, this one can get a little controversial, you know, but I want to thank, you know who put me onto this fragrance? Probably a year and a half ago. It was Sharita M. Thank you, honey. Thank you. We love this one in this house. This is saffron, sexy saffron, and there's coconut, orris, vanilla, tonka bean, white musk, cypriol, and amber. This comes off to me as very, besides seductive, it is like this creamy, so the coconut gives me creamy in here, and then there is this just like resinous depth in this fragrance that just screams sexy to me. Oh my gosh. Saved it. It just screams sexy. And then in the dry down, I get like this sweet kind of musky vibe, maybe some of that vanilla, and it also has like this powdery aspect to it. I love this fragrance. It puts me in the mindset of Jessica Rabbit. You know, if you know, you know. Sexy, just femme fatale, coming to take your coins. So yeah, Blue Heart from the house of Theamine. Now this one retails for $220 for the 50 ml. Now you might be able to find this on discounters because it's been out, you know, long enough. In terms of performance, this gives me 6+ hours on the skin, a monstrous sillage, monstrous projection. Definitely compliments. Now, is this work appropriate? Probably not, but I wear it to work sometimes, depending on what I'm going to be doing, where I will be. I think this works really well, even in cooler weather. So it's definitely something that you could wear throughout the year, I think. It's not too heavy for the summer, nor is it too light for the winter. So, Blue Heart from the House of Theamine. Yes, 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 for me. Sexy, seductive fragrance. And I love these little blue bottles. It does come in 100 ml. Now, I don't know what the 100 ml retails for, but the 50 ml, the retail price is $2.20. And like I said, I'm pretty sure you could find it on discounters. I will link where I found it below for you. Check it out if you have not already done so. Next up on my list is this one right here from the House of Fragrance Dubois, and this is Siren. Siren, I think that's the way you say it. Y'all, this bottle though. And have you seen the new one? There's a new one out. It's called Siren Privé. Can't wait to get my nose on it. I think it's at Harrods, or it hasn't made its way to these United States. So, to avoid the tariffs, we shall wait. So, Fragrance Dubois Siren. And this is a cherry forward, spicy, woody fragrance. Sexy, sexy. Did I say sexy? Yes. Sexy, seductive. So like I said, it opens with cherry and pepper. There's oud, incense in the middle. And then in the base, there's benzoin, cypriol oil, moss. Which I get none of that mossy stuff in the base of the fragrance. When it dries down on me, it dries down to just like a cherry sweet kind of woody fragrance. That's what it smells like. Very, very addictive. Compliment getter. Absolutely sexy for date night, for sexy evenings. You could even wear it on a date on the inside, you know, a date at home, but just don't overspray, because it can get a little bit overwhelming if you do too much. But Siren from Fragrance Dubois, this retails for $395. However, again, it has to be discounted somewhere because it's been out for at least a year, right? But yeah. In terms of performance, gives me 6+ hours on the skin, moderately projecting, moderate sillage, but does it get compliments? Absolutely, totally. There is no doubt that this fragrance definitely can command a room. I love it. I love it. And when I want to feel sexy, if I'm feeling a little bit uninspired, definitely pull for this one. So this is Siren from the House of Fragrance Dubois. Next up, I have this one right here from the House of Mind Games, and this is a Leonora. Leonora. Now, some people might say this is not a sexy fragrance, but I think so. I think that it is a fragrance that smells absolutely feminine. It's absolutely captivating because, believe you me, when I wear this, and I've worn it to work multiple occasions, the compliments don't stop. You fill up the hallway even without overspraying. So what does this one have in it? This one has notes of passion fruit. No wonder I love it. So this is passion fruit. This is also freesia, tonka bean. There's some ginger in here. Again, that's probably why I love it. And there's more tonka bean in the base, sandalwood, and a little bit of musk. This is delightful. Now, seductive, sexy in a daytime way. Okay, I don't think this is a fragrance that I would pull for date night, because I don't. Look at my dent though. Look at my dent. I do wear this during the daytime. And again, depending on what you are trying to convey, tread lightly. Tread lightly. When I've worn this to work, I definitely don't overspray, but it really does fill up the room. I've gotten compliments of, gosh, this smells so feminine. I've had the word seductive, just again captivating. Those words are words that came from people that were complimenting me when I was wearing a Leonora from Mind Games. Gorgeous. And I think this is good for year round. It's not too heavy in the summer, and it could definitely push through cooler weather, even with like the overly fruity notes. But think Tonka bean. Tonka is very, I say versatile, because the way it depends on the way it's done. Obviously, sometimes it feels like it's perfect for just daytime, but then sometimes it gives a little more depth, and I feel like it does this in this fragrance. So this is a Leonora from the House of Mind Games, which retails for $3.95, but don't you dare pay full price, because you can find this on discounters, and I will link the least expensive option for you down in the description bar. So if you've had any experience with Leonora, let the girls know in the comments, because we want to know your business. Yep, Leonora from the House of Mind Games. Get your nose on it if you haven't already, because this is one of the house's bangers in my opinion. And there are quite a few from Mind Games, but love this one down. Always want to say that. So yeah, there you go. There you have it. Next up, we have another favorite of mine, and if you've been around, you know, Myrrh and Tonka from the House of Jo Malone. Sexy, sexy, sexy. So sexy. Love this fragrance. So it opens with lavender. There's myrrh, and in the base there's tonka bean, hence the name. There's vanilla and almond. I don't get any almond when I spray this fragrance. All I get is that resinous vibe from the myrrh and the sweetness from the tonka bean. I guess the vanilla helps with the sweetness also. But it's not a sweet fragrance by any means. It's just sexy. It's just seductive. It smells, it's just really well blended, because I can't really pick out the notes, and it's just sophisticated. It's just sexy. It's not something that you expect to smell on a woman. Let's just put it that way. And to me, when women wear fragrances that are not like expected, I find that to be just, again, captivating. Because first of all, you're saying that you don't care. You don't care if it's unisex, which this is. You don't care if it's unisex. You don't care if it's not overly girly. You're going to rock it. And so that means you have that kind of confidence. And we love confidence over here, because that's what we all want to be. Confident women. So yeah, Myrrh and Tonka, been around for a minute. The retail price is $2.28. Again, don't you dare, because it's been around long enough for it to be heavily discounted on the gray market. But if you want that whole Jo Malone experience, go into the store and get it from Jo Malone or Macy's or whoever, because you can find this everywhere. I think this is one of the brand's best sellers. Gives me about 6 hours on the skin, moderately projecting with a very nice sillage. This is Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka. I love it. It performs. It performs, you know, not like the white bottle ones. Definitely a fragrance that comes highly recommended so that you could step into your vixen vibe. Okay? Myrrh and Tonka, Jo Malone. Okay, so next up is this one right here. Probably the most affordable of the bunch. This is Lingerie Rouge from the house of Givenchy. First of all, if you have this fragrance, let me know how you feel about it. This is a spicy white floral. That's how I like to describe it. It opens with ginger and blood orange. In the middle, we got tuberose, jasmine, and pimento leaf, which I don't smell any leaves in here. In the base, we have sandalwood, patchouli, and a little bit of vetiver. Granted, vetiver is a note that we have a love-hate relationship with, but I don't get it here. I don't get any vetiver screaming at me, so I'm guessing that the vetiver, along with the patchouli and the sandalwood, grounds the fragrance so that it'll give us that lasting power we ultimately desire. Okay? So this one, don't spray it on your clothes, because like when you spray it on the blotter card, it kind of stains. So if you have it, or if you're going to get it, keep that in mind. If you're wearing anything light, do not spray it directly on your clothes, spray it on your skin, because you're going to end up with a whole perfume stain and you're not going to be happy, because I wouldn't be. This is so sexy, so seductive. Nighttime, date night, vixen vibes again. Very, very long lasting. Gives me 9+ hours on the skin. Do not overspray, because again, it can get a little heady with the jasmine and the tuberose. So you have to love white florals. You have to love a spicy fragrance. But let me tell you, if this is right up your alley, those notes, this one is a keeper. I have the original L'Entrée also, but this one is my favorite. This one is absolutely my favorite. I struggle, putting a big dent in it, because again, I have so many fragrances, but like I can't put this on to go to work. Like, it's a hard no. It's a no-no. We can't wear L'Entrée Rouge at work. That's, it's just not acceptable. But y'all, this is sexy. Retails for $160. Again, been out, so you don't have to pay $160 for it, because you can find it also on the discounter site. So, yeah, if you want something sexy, something to draw them in, feel good about yourself, try this one, L'Entrée Rouge from the house of Givenchy. Definitely a sexy banger. Okay, last but not least, I have an honorable mention. Now, it's an honorable mention because we don't know what's going on with the fragrance here. First, we heard it was discontinued, but then I got like a little glimmer of hope, because I saw somebody say that it was on the La Perla website. I went to the La Perla website and I just did it again. It's there, but it's not letting you like check out. So, I don't know. Anyways, it was a dead giveaway. So, the fragrance I speak of is this one right here. And if y'all have been around long enough, you know Possibilities is my secret weapon of a mass seduction. I love this fragrance. This is a spicy, sexy rose. That is what I get on my skin. But it opens with freesia. There's blackcurrant, pink pepper. So there is a spiciness in the opening that I find so irresistible. Y'all, I've been nursing this bottle forever. Look it up right here. And I just need to know that I could get another bottle so I could start spraying some more. So like I said, it opens with freesia, blackcurrant, and pink pepper. Then we have rose, rose water, orange blossom. In the base, we have akigala wood, cashmere, Madagascar vanilla, and a little bit of ambergris. Love this fragrance till the end of time. La Perla, Wataguan, is the fragrance discontinued or no? We need to know. We want to know if we could spray this and not worry about not being able to get it again ever. And that's what I'm worried about. So she sits. If anybody has a bottle of possibilities that they really don't like, they find it obnoxious, holler at your girl. Holler at your girl, because I want that bottle. So this is La Perla's possibilities. Like I said, I don't know if it's still available. It is on the La Perla website, but I have not been successful trying to, you know, add to cart and check out, because I really wanted to test it to let you know. But yeah, it's tripping. So it makes me sad. It makes me a little anxious. That's why I'm not using it. I'm right here, like I said, and I'm scared. I'm just scared. So in terms of the retail price, I don't even know. I think it was like 100 and something pounds or euros. I don't know. I can't remember. Or 2 something. Can't remember how much I paid for it. I remember I did buy it at Nordstrom. That's where I got mine about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. This is sexiness in a bottle. Undeniably the case. So La Perla, we gonna need you to bring that back. We need you to bring it back and make it definitely more accessible for the people them. We love this fragrance and we cannot live our lives without it. So yeah, La Perla's possibilities. Sexy. And y'all know what I already say. The possibilities are endless when you're wearing this fragrance. Okay? I can't even say get your nose on it. I like I said, honorable mention, because I don't want to tease you. Honorable mention. It may or may not be available forever, but yeah, we love it. We love her. So possibilities. La Perla, please hear our cry. I think there are a lot of people who love this fragrance as much as I do. And we want it back. We need it back. Okay? Bring it back. Hey y'all, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that yeah, you could get your nose on some of these sexy fragrances. And please, in the comments, I want to know, what's your go-to weapon of mass seduction? What is the fragrance you pull for when you know you're trying to put it on, you know? When you know you are trying to be seductive. All right? I want to know in the comments, because maybe I want to get my nose on it. Maybe it'll do the same thing for me. We could never have too many sexy fragrances in our arsenal, okay? Because, yeah, it could be war out there. We got to be prepared. Stay ready so we won't have to get ready. All right. Anyways, like I always say, we could be anything in this world we want to be with hard work, dedication, and absolutely perseverance. But even if you're there or not, we're going to smell like a good people. All right. We're going to smell fabulous, absolutely fabulous at all times. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.